There's a company in San Diego with just 714 employees. It owns almost no factories. It spends next to nothing on research. Its flagship product was invented in 1953, and the recipe has never changed. And yet this company keeps 55 cents of gross profit on every dollar it sells, a richer margin than Nike, Samsung, or Tesla. The stock market values it at $2.7 billion. You almost certainly have its product in your garage right now. This is the business of WD40, and the numbers are stranger than you think. San Diego, 1953. A three-person outfit called Rocket Chemical Company is trying to invent a rust prevention solvent for the aerospace industry. Their client? Convair, builder of the Atlas missile. The problem? Keeping missile skins from corroding. Attempt 1 fails. So does attempt 2. And attempt 39. On the 40th try, the chemist gets it. A formula that displaces water. He names it with all the poetry of a lab notebook. Water displacement, 40th formula, WD40. Then something unplanned happens. Workers start sneaking cans out of the plant to use at home. The company takes the hint. By 1958, WD-40 is on store shelves in San Diego. It works so well, the company eventually renames itself after the product in 1969 and goes public in 1973. 73 years later, that 40th attempt is still the entire foundation of the business. Which raises an obvious question. Why has no one ever copied it? Here's the counterintuitive part. WD-40 has never patented its formula. Not in 1953, not ever. That sounds reckless. Until you understand what a patent actually is. A patent is a trade. The government gives you 20 years of exclusivity, and in exchange, you publish exactly how your invention works. For everyone, including competitors, who can legally copy it the day the patent expires. WD-40 chose the Coca-Cola playbook instead. Keep the recipe a trade secret. The formula reportedly lives in a bank vault in San Diego. Fewer than a handful of people know it in full. Competitors can sell spray lubricants, and many do, but they can't sell WD-40. 70 years of brand equity, printed on a blue and yellow can, protected forever. As long as nobody talks. A secret is not a business model, though. The numbers are. And WD-40's income statement is one of the cleanest money machines you'll ever see. Fiscal 2025. Total sales, $620 million. Cost of making the product, the oil, the cans, the contract factories, $278 million. That leaves $341 million in gross profit, a 55.1% gross margin on spray oil. How? Because WD-40 doesn't really manufacture anything. The company describes itself, in its own filings, as a global marketing organization. Production is outsourced to contract packagers. WD-40 makes the concentrate, guards the secret, and owns the brand. Capital expenditure last year was $4.5 million. That's less than 1% of sales. For comparison, most manufacturers spend 5 to 10 times that share. Below the gross profit line, $200 million in selling. General and administrative costs, the people. $37 million in advertising, about 6% of sales, the fuel that keeps the brand alive. What's left is $104 million of operating income, a 17% operating margin. Net income came in at $91 million, though a one-time tax benefit flattered that number by about $12 million. Strip it out, and the honest figure is roughly $79 million, still up 14% year over year. Every dollar of it produced by a recipe written before color television. Where does $620 million of lubricant demand come from? Everywhere. WD-40 sells in 176 countries. The Americas contribute about 47% of sales. Europe,
India, the Middle East, and Africa, 38%. Asia Pacific, 15%. And growing fastest, up 28% in the latest quarter. And look at the product mix. The original blue and yellow can, the multi-use product, is still 77% of all revenue. $478 million from one product family, 7 decades old. A newer specialist line adds $82 million, and the company is actively selling off its home care brands, the toilet cleaners and carpet fresheners it collected over the years, to become even more of a one-product company on purpose. Most businesses diversify. WD40 concentrates, because when your one-product compounds like this, dilution is the enemy. Zoom out 5 years and you see the flywheel. $488 million in fiscal 2021, $519, $537, $591, $620 million in 2025. Not explosive. About a 6% annual crawl, but it's the quality of that growth that matters. The company generated $88 million of operating cash flow last year. It needed less than $5 million of that for capital investment. So where does the rest go? Straight back to shareholders, $50 million in dividends, $12 million in buybacks. With management planning to accelerate repurchases this year, the whole balance sheet is just $476 million of assets. There's no sprawling empire here. It's a small, tight machine that turns brand loyalty into cash, year after year, and hands the cash back. Management says the flagship product alone still has a $1.4 billion untapped sales opportunity. Whether you believe that or not, the market clearly believes something. So what's the catch? 3 things. First, concentration. 77% of revenue rides on a single brand. There is no Plan B, the company sold Plan B. Second, inputs. The product is petroleum-based, so when oil prices spike, gross margin takes the hit. That's exactly what happened in 2021 and 2022, when margins sank below 50% before recovering to today's 55%. Third, price. The market knows this is a great business and charges for it. At a $2.7 billion market cap against $91 million of net income, you're paying roughly 30 times earnings for 6% growth. That's a premium usually reserved for software companies. Quality is rarely cheap. The question is whether it's this expensive forever. Here's the lesson hiding in WD-40's financial statements. Moats don't have to be technological. A 73-year-old recipe, a secret instead of a patent, relentless distribution, and 6% of sales spent reminding you the can exists. That combination built one of the most profitable per-employee businesses in America, roughly $868,000 of revenue for every single person on payroll. Next episode. Another company you've known your whole life, whose numbers you've never seen. Subscribe so you don't miss it.